pretty good.
After we win the competition, we had to break the seal on that.
Now, if we ask you questions, you got to answer them.
That's a good deal.
Christy, you got to answer the questions.
Is she not listening?
Christy, come on. I told you we wouldn't point the camera at you. I just brought him. Joe's doing green screening now.
We were doing shots.
How's he doing that?
I got to do one.
He's doing it in Final Cut Pro.
Patron. Give me shots of Patron.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What, tonight you mean?
Yeah.
There's only a little bit left in this.
Actually, there's only like one shot left.
Good stuff from the last year when I was brought out of the basement.
Nah. I don't know. Have you had this stuff?
What is it?
Patron?
Is
Oh,
it tequila?
This is good tequila.
I broke an
Have you ever had
eardrum.
it?
I broke
Seriously?
an eardrum drinking tequila 10 years ago. I got so sick. I was yakking, and you know when you yak and there's no more yak, I still wanted to yak and my eardrum broke. I can't even smell tequila now.
Do you like tequila? I mean, semi like tequila.
Not
This is
good.
really good tequila. Seriously.
I go fighting after I drink
And they were
tequila.
really good cookies.
Pose is far away. We can go pose.
I girl fight though when I drink tequila.
He said.
Hand me that
Taste it
beer.
or drink?
Drink it.
Give me that.
It's seriously, it's good. It's actually one of the few tequilas I like.
I'm not so much of a
Why do I
tequila
feel like
fan.
so?
I'm not. No, I swear.
I know you can't trust anybody over here. These girls over here that do everything.
The kids don't play in the liquor cabinet usually. It's good, isn't it?
First 5 teams.
It's
are
not
picked.
like normal tequila that tastes all. Not like real tequila. What's that?
Like real tequila.
The real cheap stuff?
Yeah.
I got some cheap rum in there for Bob.
Pirate rum.
True pirate rum.
Look at this, CC Whitetail. He says right here. Oh, I'm not in this, but he's giving out the tips
Yeah.
for some of these guys. He should have got in it.
Here's
I think he likes to work alone.
It's all spiritual and all that.
No, I think he's. I don't.
It's like
I
Clint
don't know. That's what I
Eastwood.
say.
He's like Clint Eastwood, isn't he?
here was Dave's bio.
What is this? This is Redneck Dave.
Yeah.
Name RND. Years hunting 29. Favorite vehicle to drive 210 John Deere tractor. Sex 2 times a day. Dream of doing in the future. Ride a live deer through the woods for at least 8 seconds. I have a picture. Gotta put it. Get with DJ to email it to you.
Can you translate that
I
for us?
He doesn't know how to email pictures.
You
Oh, really?
translate redneck. We got 5 teams, and Joe told me today that we definitely.
There's definitely 10 because he's got 6 that are paid. He listed them today.
So there's more than 10. There's 11.
Yeah.
So there's going to be.
There's at least 11. I think there's more than that. I think there's 12.
Well, the way when I talked to him today, and by the way, Joe is nervous as hell because he's not here because he knows that I'm like kind of like just run the show. He's like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Don't worry about it.
I told him to come over.
Don't worry about it. Take care of it." But the thing with this is we're definitely going to have some sort of video off or so whatever you want to call it, where the first 5 guys, as soon as they signed on and paid their money, Joe needs to be honorable to them. They're signed in, they're locked in. There's nothing, they're good. Now these other guys that were like, well, I don't know. So he put a deadline on it, and I believe it was today, wasn't it? Saturday?
Next shot.
Next Saturday?
Yeah.
So there's still time if you got a team, if you want to get in. You just have to get that check to Joe. So right now I believe there's 6 teams.
I gotta tell you
6,
something.
what?
I'm sleeping with the camera girl.
She's pretty hot.
I'm hooking up with her. I'm getting some of that
She's a
tonight.
little shy.
She's very shy.
Christy, speak up.
I'm
You
like,
can't-
what? She told you were number 1.
I know. Twice.
She's so nervous. Look at her. She knows.
I think that was a request.
I read lips. Go ahead, say something else. Well, anyway, listen. Joe said, he's already mentioned it, so he's going to stick to his word. But these guys, these remaining teams, whoever it is, whether it's Overkill, whether it's, and he actually has some of these teams, and they're actually up and running, up and coming. They've already got DVDs out. So everybody's going to have to submit like a 3-minute of something, and we're going to turn it over to the crowd, and
They vote on
the
it.
top 5 go. That's it. You know, so it's gonna be the people on the site that are gonna decide.
What's the video have to be of?
I don't, you know what, Bo Deadly, I talked to him on the phone today, he was asking me, he goes, so, can I take my friend Bob and film him? I mean, he's not on my team. I said, Earl, I said, go read the rules. I said, do you see anything in there that says you can't go film anybody? He goes, no. I said, okay. If you interpret the rules that you can go film somebody, then that's your video, because it's about participation. You know, whatever that is. There's no rule you can't go film somebody and turn it in.
I think what Joe's going to do is after all 10 teams are picked, have a meeting somewhere where us and all the other teams get together and they kind of spell out things and iron it out between the teams, just to keep it fun and not to. I mean, it should be competitive, but it shouldn't be cutthroat.
Right. No,
it
no
needs to be
cutthroat.
fun. So
I think
if somebody brings something up, I mean, there's nothing set in stone. It can be changed. There can be a rule made if to keep it fair for everybody.
I think if it's cutthroat, and if you're into this contest to be cutthroat, you just shouldn't even get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, but listen, let's talk about why 10 teams. Sponsorship.
He wanted, I don't know if you guys have heard, Joe wanted to keep it to 10 teams because we've called a lot of sponsors. I mean, I've called a ton of them, Joe's called a ton of them. And we've got Lone Wolf, Camoflex.
That stuff's pretty cool.
This stuff's really cool. It's stuff you put the bracket on your stand, and then
Right.
it has the
leaves,
branches
rows
to
around.
give you cover. And let's see, scent blocker, scent shield. Pull up that page so I remember them all. Obviously,
There's a bunch of them.
the store, the
The
general
Hog
store.
site,
Yeah, Spot Hog, Vortex,
Ultimate Camo. I mean,
Ultimate
they're just
Camo.
a great sponsor. TJ,
TJ's offering one of the hunts. So first
South
place,
Fork.
yeah, South Fork will be first place. So we're gonna go out there this year on our own, and then after we win this,
Right.
then we get to go out again.
well, why?
Next year.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, obviously, I think it would be an easy thing to have more than one team. You know, or I'm sorry, more than 10 teams. But the sponsors,
the sponsors are on the hook for. I mean, our conversations with the sponsors have been. We have 10 teams, 10 3-person teams. I like how that's done.
Yep,
10 three-man teams, and if we start adding on additional teams for one, I think it waters down the competition, and too many teams, it's not going to be right. But I mean, in fairness to the sponsors and the conversations and the arrangements that we've made with the sponsors, it's got to be 10 teams, 30 people.
10 teams,
30 people.
3 people on each, 30 people, plus all the stuff I'm gonna steal.
Right.
I get it, right.
Yeah. I told him 3X is, shirts, 3X is
Fat boy shirts.
fat man specials.